Coming to the fifth module, we are going to talk about integrated communication and career scenarios. In the previous PPT on the fourth module, we learnt about structuring, clarity and effectivity in various settings like improving pronunciation, tone and pacing, participating in meeting discussions and interviews, and handling objects and questions in real-time scenarios. Now we are going to talk about integrated communications in career scenarios. What is the focus? The focus is combine reading, writing, speaking skills in real work settings. Now, in the previous modules, in the previous scenarios, we've been talking about individually how to read, how to write, how to speak, how to communicate. Now, this is in total. Combining reading, writing, speaking skills in our real work settings. The key learning areas are presentations, create and deliver clear, goal-driven presentations. The second one is client brief and meeting minutes, read and respond with precision. The third is appraisals and negotiations, express strengths and address concerns. The fourth one is synthesize and report, convert complex updates into simple formats. This is all about the fifth module, integrated communication in career scenarios. Focus would be combining reading, writing and speaking skills in real world settings. And the key areas which we are going to discuss are presentations, client briefs and meeting minutes, appraisals and negotiations, and synthesize and report. And this would be subheaded by create and deliver clear global driven presentations, read and respond with precision, express strengths and address concerns, and the last one would be convert complex updates into simple formats. Coming to the first one, preparing and delivering structured presentations. Now what does this mean? Delivering a structured presentation means communicating your idea clearly, confidently, logically, especially in academic or professional settings. It is not just about talking, it is about guiding the audience through your thoughts with purpose. Now, clearing this paragraph to my listeners, I would say it is a process to deliver structured presentations means communicating your idea clearly. See, when we are speaking, when two of us are speaking or we are in a meeting, we cannot go to everybody's table to clear our thought, our idea or present something immediately. We are going to miss out on some points. Practically speaking, why do we maintain diaries? Why do we maintain those key areas? Why do we maintain our records? For the purpose of having a clarity on our ideas. Presentations are basically meant for these purposes only, where you can combine your ideas with clarity and confidently and logically, and then present them to an X number of people or to the next person, where your idea is thought, shared and revised and seriously taken for granted for. Delivering a structured presentation means communicating your idea clearly, confidently and logically, especially in academic or professional settings. It is not about talking. It's not about talking. Like when we talk to each other, we miss out on many things. Because we don't have those things written. Everything is in our mind. But when we start executing it, we forget. We lose track on that. So, irrespective of the fact that we lose track on things while talking, it is better. It means that we need to have clarity on our idea, we have confidence, we logically explain and understand things, especially in academic professional settings. It is not just about talking, it is about guiding the audience through your thoughts and purpose. Now, what is the key idea? The key idea is think of your presentation like a story with a beginning where you have an introduction, with the middle where you have main points, and with the end where you come up to a conclusion. From our childhood times till the time we are here, we listen to stories, we build stories, situationally or when and as required. But this presentation has been correlated with making a story. What does a story have? A story has an introduction, it has the middle point, the main points, and then it has a conclusion, moral of the story. That is what all presentations are about. A well structured presentation helps our audience with staying engaged, understanding your message, remembering your key points, and taking action if needed. So, staying engaged is important. Understanding your message is again important. Remembering the key points is important, and taking action if needed is important. So, a well structured presentation helps the audience to understand all these 4 points majorly. Now, coming to the next one is start with a hook to grab attention. Options. What is the question? What if I told you your coffee habit could fund your next vacation? Quote, success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. Interesting fact is in 2024, over 65% of the people watched short form videos instead of reading reports. Now, these were questions, quotes, and interesting facts. Coming to the structure now. Use this simple structure. Introduction, main points, conclusions. Tell them what you are going to talk about. Main points, no more than 3 key ideas. Conclusion, summarize and give a call to action if needed. This slide is self-explanatory. Questions. What if I told you your coffee habit would fund you next vacation? Quote, success usually comes to those who are too busy and looking for it. Interesting fact, in 2024, over 65% of the people watched short form videos instead of reading reports. So, structure your content clearly. Your content should be structured clearly. Use a simple structure. Introduction should be there, main point should be there, conclusion should be there. Introduction mein you should tell what you are going to talk about. Main points mein you should be having 3 key areas, and conclusion mein you should summarize your story, your presentation with action or if action needed. Example, sales intern report. Now we are going to take examples where we are going to mention certain reports and analyze the things. Slide 1, title. Slide 2, graph showing growth. Slide 3, 3 reasons for growth. Slide 4, suggestions. As we talked in our previous PPT, there should be 3 things. 1, introduction. 2nd, main point, and 3rd, conclusion. Same is the point here. If we are taking a sales scenario, the first slide should be title. The second should be the graph for growing growth. The third should be resources for the growth, bullet points, and the fourth should be suggestions. Simple icons plus short text. Use visuals, not paragraphs. It is better to use visuals. Why? Paragraphs are not everybody's cup of tea. Everybody doesn't go through the paragraphs easily. So it is better to take a visual, because visual is on dot. You see it and you grab exactly the motion which is there in the visual. So it's a better way to interact, to communicate. Keep slides clean and readable. Use charts, bullet points, icons, and high quality images so that your presentation is viable and visible. Your charts are presentable. Your bullet points are showing the exact key areas. Your high quality images are really good. They are presentable and the other person is directly catching the images or the content which is there in the images. Avoid too much text. People don't go in the text much. They prefer visuals more. Your voice is explanation, not the slide. Use your voice in explanations, not the slides. Do's and don'ts. Examples. Don't full paragraphs of text. You should not write full paragraphs of text. Do is a heading, 3 bullets, and a visual per slide. That is more effective. If you put your presentation on slides, if you put your presentation on paragraphs, paragraph by paragraph, everybody would not be interested in reading the paragraphs completely, going precisely into the paragraphs. It would be more easy and convenient for the reader or for the presenter to have a heading having 3 bullets in the headings and a visual per slide. That would be more easy and more convenient to proceed. Speaking with confidence, very important, very important. Maintain eye contact. The first confidence level comes with eye contact, not just with slides, with your eyes as well, to the participants whom you are giving the presentation. Whenever you are presenting a presentation, your body language, your eye contact, your verbal communication, your confidence should reflect. Your eye contact should not miss. The speaker should have a perfect eye contact with the participants. Use open body language. Speak with your body. Move your hands. Move your hands. Show notions. Speak with your mouth. Speak with your hands. Speak slowly and clearly so that the words which you are miming, talking about are very clear to the persons sitting in the presentation area. Pause for effect. Wait. Do not get continuous. Wait for some time. Take a pause. Again interact. Use notes if needed, but don't read everything. You keep notes, but don't read those notes clearly. Practice before you present. Again, very important thing. We should be knowing whatever is there in our presentation. Every single slide, every single column, every single picture, every single sentence should be mimed within ourselves. It helps with the timings, it reduces nervousness, it builds fluency and smoothness with the participants. You become a good presenter if you have practiced your presentation. You know what the previous slide, what the next slide, what the current slide carries. You can be more presentable, you can be more interacting. It helps with timings, you can save on time. It reduces your nervousness. You are practiced, you are enhanced. It builds fluency and smoothness. Ask questions like, have you noticed this trend in your work? When you are giving presentation, you can ask questions to the people sitting in that presentation. You can say, have you noticed this trend in your work, which I am talking about in my presentation? What do you think is the biggest challenge here? Opening up with the presentation slide and talking about that and interacting with the people sitting in that presentation room. You can interact with them by asking questions to them. Why do you think is the biggest challenge in this particular topic which we are talking about? Let them answer. Coordinate with them, interact with them, make your presentation time more effective so that the people who are sitting over there don't feel dumb. They feel interaction is important. They feel they are interacted. They feel they are into the topic. They feel that they are into the system. Ending with the impact. Your conclusion should summarize the 3 key points. Once in a flow, you carry on with your presentation. You complete your presentation. All your slides are done. All your examples are covered. You think that you have completed every parameter you have done. Then summarize all the points, restate your main messages, the way which we are doing over here, as you might have noticed, just to keep the continuity of my previous module or my previous PPT slide. I talk about it in the next one. Same is the case. Restate your main messages. It's very important. Include a call to action. Take away or quote. Include a call to action. Take away or quote. Please give them some guidelines, some quotes, some actions which they can remember, which they can carry on further. Thank you.